All right, we are live here. Hello, everyone from around the world. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. This is ASE the Pair. As usual, I am joined by Old Dirty H. Oldie, say hello.
Hello, hello.
All right, so we have an exciting one for you guys here today. This is Division 1. This is a Week 3 match, and it's going to be PLA Kung Fun versus Clanhater Appreciation Society. And if you've done out the math already, you would know that this is a win-in for top 8. If whoever wins this match is automatically going to be the first team has qualified for top 8. As we know, getting 3 wins in the group stage like this is a surefire way to get into top 8. That's not to say you can't get in with 2 wins. It's just more unlikely. Um, well, less likely. Sorry.
Yeah,
So whichever team wins this game will advance to 3-0 and therefore automatically be qualified for top 8. Of course, they will still have to play because I believe we are seeding the top 8. So if you're 3-0, you do want to continue playing and try. Don't just randomly concede because you already have your top 8 placement. Let's take a look at the teams here. So this is PLA Kung Fun versus Clan Hater Appreciation Society, or CAS. Um, on PLA's side, we've got Old Cat, Soul, Wolf, and Ben. And on CAS's side, they've got Raja, Regazor, Serengeti, and Simba. In terms of players and teams, like raw skill wise, who do you think has the edge here?
well, I think we've seen PLA now. I think they definitely have the edge. At least Old Cat, Soul, and Wolf. We haven't got to really see Ben yet at all. But I've played with Ben quite a bit. He's a little bit lower than the other
Yeah,
three.
yeah.
Serengeti is probably the best on the other team. Simba's improved quite a bit. I'd like to see his play. And Regazor's a very aggressive player. We'll see how he does. But I give the slight edge here to PLA.
Yeah, I agree. I think PLA it's rare to see mistakes out of them, whereas we pretty clearly see some mistakes from CAS. But that's not to say CAS are completely out of it. They have still a very pretty strong team with some nice teamwork and nice gameplay. They can pull a victory out of it. The bans here are pretty similar. Both teams have banned Japanese and British. Clan Hater Appreciation Society, they've banned Koreans for their opponents, whereas Kung Fun has banned Greeks. I think both are acceptable bans. Greeks are a pretty good nation in Tier 3. Some people, obviously,
Yep.
different people have different play styles, and Greeks, some people really like that play style, whereas others, they think Koreans have a really unique benefit in they have a pretty unique set of nation powers as well as um, their repair power, which is pretty unique and powerful used in the right hands. So definitely, I think I can agree with both of these bands. Yeah, do you have
Yeah,
anything else?
I definitely agree too. We haven't seen Koreans banned too much, but it does make sense uh, why to ban because usually we'll see Aztecs or Greeks. So this is the first time I think we've really seen Koreans being banned.
Yeah, and I think Koreans are can be quite good in the right situation.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I like Koreans, no doubt about it. I'm
Yeah,
just saying they haven't been one of the trending bands
Yeah, that's
uh,
true. That's true. And
that I
so
saw.
perhaps, we might see him some. This might be a signal that Clan Hater Appreciation Society wants to go for some of that fast aggression because Koreans, as we know, are pretty good against staving that off. They just repair their cities and then put up like 2 towers behind their cities, and you can't kill
Yeah.
them in classical. Um,
Or if you've got a great border push, you can actually do the tower rush, which
yeah,
Koreans are famous for. And that's
exactly.
such a pain in the butt, where you're just getting all your buildings and maybe even your cities getting reduced before classical age, and they're just walking in, taking your city with militia or with archers.
Yeah,
It's just
can be
really
really
tough.
really annoying.
Yeah.
Um, All right, so before we start up today's game, we're going to talk about the donations quickly. If you like the Nordic Classic and you like the content that we're putting out, then please feel free to donate to the prize pool, which is located on the front page of the Nordic Classic as well as in the YouTube description below. You can just click here. The Nordic Classic has and always will be free for participants as well as players and viewers. Um, but we really appreciate any donations you can give because it makes things just a little bit more exciting having a larger prize pool. Shout out to El Cypher, Wizard of War, Kron, PLA, Jatin Sharma, Bybrak, Connor, who is this anonymous donor, as well as Bob. Really thankful to all of our donors here.
Yeah.
All
Thank you,
right,
guys.
shall we jump into the games?
Yes, we shall. I
All
talked
right.
about the bands, or we did the bands already.
Yeah, we did the
Never mind.
bands, yeah. All
Yep.
right, so I'm going to pull these up. Hopefully I loaded them correctly.
Yeah, I gotta drop them in here. This folder.
Yeah, sure, no worries. So CAS versus PLA, game number 1. Hey, Wolfe and Alan, I see you in the chat. What's up? Okay, my music is not working for some reason. 1 second, I'm just going to verify that.
No problem.
All right.
Drop these into this folder.
Oh, it's not. Never mind. It's not working because I'm paused. Oops.
Oh
okay.
yeah. Duh.
All right. I'll just wait for you to be ready. Hey, Connor. How you doing? Yeah. So again, this is for those of you who are just joining us. This is ASE the pair with olddirtyh, and we are casting PLA versus Clanhater Appreciation Society. Whichever team wins this match gets into top 8 because they'll be 3-0. So there is a lot on the line. That's not to say, if one team loses, the other one, that team won't make top 8. They still have another chance. Still one more match. But you want to make it in the top 8 and you want to get to as many wins as possible. So this match is quite important for both teams. Really interested to see what happens here.
If you want to get started, I'll catch up. My Steam's running a little slow.
Okay, sure, no worries. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start here. All right, this is game number 1, and my music's not working. But this is Himalayas, and...
Yep, Himalaya. What nations did we get here?
Okay, I don't know why my music's not working. Apologies, folks. Okay, so for nations, on the Clanhater Appreciation Society side, they've got Serengeti, Simba, and Regazor with Mongols, Koreans, and Iroquois. And against the PLA side, Wolf, Soul, and Old Cat, who have Greeks, Americans, and Mongols. So the difference here, both players have Mongols. For Tier 2, PLA has Americans, while Clanhater has Iroquois, and then Tier 3, PLA have Greeks, whereas Clanhater has Koreans. So they picked the opposite Tier 3 nation that they effectively banned. Who do you think is the better nations for this map, considering this is Himalayas?
Being Himalaya, it's it's a little bit more of a boom map, depending where you spawn. Probably would have to give. Man, they're both good picks. Maybe the slight edge to PLA. Americans is good. You can get that early Colossus up. That could be nice. The two Mongols kind of cancel each other out. But we'll see what the Serengeti. What Rigezu does with the Iroquois. We saw last stream where the Iroquois player did a great job raiding and really harassing. So that'll be interesting to see if we see some more of that today.
Yeah, definitely. I think it really depends a lot on what Regazor does with Iroquois. Early raids can be really effective, even on a boom map like this, just slowing your opponents down. Like imagine the Iroquois player slows down the Americans player a lot, and the Americans player is not able to grab a wonder. That can be a really big constraint. Or even if they go for some sort of very aggressive push, all of the nations on the Clanhater side are fast, whereas Greeks have a good benefit. They have a not terrible benefit, and Mongols obviously are fast, but Americans have no benefits in classical age for the most part. And so it's hard to say. They could be in danger of getting rushed, especially if Regazor and Simba and Serengeti are a bit quick on the draw. Let's take a look at where the players have spawned here. So as we said before, this is Himalayas. All the trees are on the outside, so the players have built their cities near the edges. We do see the Mongol player Serengeti is on the bottom side. Then we have Regazor, the Iroquois player, who's in the pocket, and Simba, who's on the top side with Koreans. And they've got against Wolf, who's way separated from his allies on the very bottom as the Greeks player. And then in the left corner, Soul with Americans, pretty close to Old Cat with Mongols, the blue Americans player and the red Mongols player. It does look like Serengeti and Wolf are fairly close, which I think favors Serengeti quite a bit. Mongols are much faster than Greeks.
Yes.
And Serengeti, as we said, is one of the strongest players on Clanhater Appreciation Society. So we'll see what he does with that.
Yeah, let's see how he scouts him out. If he can find that wood early, maybe he'll go mill 1 and try and start harassing right away.
Yeah. All right, Oldie, I'm at 240 right now in case you want to catch up or are behind or whatever.
I'm getting there.
Okay, sure.
I'm watching on YouTube right now.
Okay, sure. Yeah, I think it's like 3 or 4 seconds behind on YouTube.
Yeah, that's fine.
Hey, Spiridon, how you doing? Serengeti says, "Can you fix the lag, guys, please?" We try our best. Unfortunately, sometimes lag happens in these games. Rise of Nations is an old game, But it's such a great game. So that we play it despite the lag and despite the problems that we may encounter, because people really love the game because it's such a great game. Um, Anyways,
Yep.
enough of me blabbering about Rise of Nations and how great it is. I think I'm interested definitely to see where Regazor and Simba Civ, they're so far away from their opponents, and I think that kind of favors the PLA team because you know when you're fast nations that can be aggressive like Koreans and Iroquois, you generally want to be closer to your opponents, especially Koreans, right? Like taking advantage of the tower abilities and all that.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Yep.
so it's
Yeah.
it's a slight advantage to PLA that they are so far away. Aside from Wolf, who is a bit close to Serengeti, that could be dangerous early on. Let's take a look at the ruins here. We've got all the PLA players looking a bit better in terms of ruins. Wolf and Old Cat both have 5 each, where Simba only has 2, and the other Regazor has 3, Serengeti has 4, and Solna has 5 as well. So it looks like PLA have gotten the better share of ruins. And let's take a look at each team's scouting as well. It looks like Clanhater is doing an all right job scouting. I would like to see a couple more scouts, whereas PLA, they've done a pretty good job scouting their side. There's a couple patches across the board that still need to get there, but they're doing a pretty good job scouting. Let's take a look
and
at,
we've seen this
yeah.
from PLA in the tournament. They've just been good at scouting. Great teamwork from these 3. So it's to be expected from them.
Yeah, let's take a quick look at the rares around the map. Let's start on the bottom side for PLA. There's Citrus right in the Americans player capital, whatever. Silver here, which is a great rare, as well as Silk. Then moving further along, there's Peacocks kind of in the center-ish, as well as Salt. That's going to be awesome for the Americans player, as well as Sugar, which is an excellent rare. There's Relics in the corner, which is good for a long game. Copper, which is not that great on this map. Spice. And there's another Sugar over here somewhere on the right side, as well as Marble.
Yeah, there's Wine down at the bottom by the Mongols there, Serengeti.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Oh, you're at PLA. I'm sorry.
No worries. Yeah, PLA. So there's still...
Yeah.
So in the middle-ish, there's Cotton to be contested. On the top side, there's Gems. Is there a rare here? As well as Obsidian. And then moving on to... Clanhater Appreciation Society. They've got Furs right in Simba's territory. That's an awesome rare, especially if they're going aggressive. There's Amber. There's Horses, another good aggressive rare. Tobacco, which is a good rare. Bison, not bad. Pappy, which is great for a long game, really excellent. Wine, and then there's Dye in the center that they could probably grab as well. So who do you think has the better rares?
And Diamonds also. Diamonds just outside of Seoul there to the east. There's little diamonds there hiding. If you see that.
Where?
Next to Seoul, next to Simba.
Next to
Diamonds.
Next to Simba, Diamonds.
Yep.
East. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. Okay,
Yep.
so that actually makes a big difference. Who do you think has a better share of rares?
I mean, it's kind of even. I like Sugar, of course. Gets things quick, going quick. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's pretty even. What do you think?
Yeah, I also think it's very even. I think with the diamonds it was even. I was gonna give PLA the slight edge in terms of rares, but with diamonds I think it is even.
Well, if they unfortunately haven't scouted it yet. I'm presuming they're gonna find it. It's in a pretty easy spot to find. But if they don't, then yeah, probably the edge goes back to PLA for sure.
Yeah, it looks like they have scouted a lot of the important rares here though for Clanhater aside from diamonds obviously, and on this side. Looks like they've also scouted a bunch of the important rares. They have not scouted Salt for PLA. It's a bit unfortunate scouting, just barely missing that spot right there where Salt is.
Maybe we'll see Regazer come down with Serengeti and just try and double the Greek player because he's so isolated.
Yeah, I
would
would
really
like to see that.
built in an unfortunate spot. If you look where Athens is, I mean, he's really deep into the woods there. That's actually not the best position to be in.
Yeah,
it can be good.
Yeah,
but it's going to be tough to defend that.
We do see here Seoul is has put down the city in a kind of awkward position, and Regazor was just slightly late. Did get to put down the city right there where he wanted. I actually would like to see Regazor put down the city right in the front here, because I think you're putting pressure on Athens, even though it's a bit hard to attack into anyways. You're just putting pressure there. Instead, choosing to go back, which is it's fine. Seoul choosing to go here. How do you feel about that? Obviously trying to protect the teammate here, but also this is a very long way for caravans to walk in. Easily raidable, especially from an Iroquois player.
Yeah, it's a team. You know, these guys play a lot together, so they must have some logic behind it. I mean, I don't know exactly, but you know, I guess they feel like Serengeti's closer on that side. He's got Mongols there. They do have Iroquois, so they need to get over there and protect, you know, that Greek player. So maybe that's why they're going that route.
Yeah, and it looks like Simba has civ towards his opponent as well as the other Mongol player, both civing towards their respective opponents.
Yep.
Yeah, fairly standard game so far. Everybody going for com first, then civ, then civ. Looks like we're going to see here Serengeti just scouting with some citizens, going for mill now, which is actually a bit late. I think Serengeti was waiting for furs, but I don't know if that was worth it. There is a barracks coming up for Seoul, and Wolf is a little on the slow side. Not sure exactly what happened there. Wolf is actually using citrus, which is kind of a not great rare, but you know, you do what you got to do. I would like to see the Iroquois player get a barracks out really soon and start raiding,
Yeah,
especially
because there's a barracks
yeah.
coming from Seoul here. Actually, the both or no, yeah, it's a university. The barracks coming from Seoul, yeah.
Yeah.
And it
See
looks like
here.
Old Cat's gonna age, maybe go wonder here.
Yeah, and we see here Serengeti looks like he's setting up for. Oh, Serengeti going for mill 2 an ancient. This is a pretty big tell that somebody's going for some aggression here.
Yep,
And
I
that
like it.
yeah, I really like it as well. I think they have the right rares for it. Horses,
Yep.
horses, furs, all that. All pretty good rares here. We see this looks like Colossus money to. Oh no, actually, Old Cat's just gonna tech up a little bit. Skip to mill 1, which I think is good because he's
Oh,
so
I see.
far away.
Yeah.
He's just gonna put some buildings down. University Senate, just play standard. I think
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
fine. You know, not no
Yeah,
really.
I mean, I don't love it so much because again, it makes all your opponents cheaper to age,
That's
and with
true.
this
That's
rush
true.
coming from this rush coming on the other side, he's gonna do Serengeti a big favor here by making that cheaper for him. So, not sure I love that per se, but it is
Oh, look at
Mongols.
this. Oh man, this is
Yeah.
a big sneaky play. So Serengeti used furs to get mill 2, but look at where Serengeti's merchant is. It's silk using your opponent's silk to get com 2 in ancient. This is an excellent play. Going to be able to age
Big
up still
time.
probably within 10 minutes, or at least click
Yep.
up. And this is this looks like a disgusting com 2 despot build, especially with horses and Mongols.
Yeah, and this
I'm
positioning too.
salivating.
This is
Oh man.
Yeah, this could be a lot of fun here, and great heads up play by Serengeti. He's showing that he's definitely the leader of that team, and this
Yeah,
is what
and
leaders got to do.
if you
You know,
take a
this
look
is
at
great.
Wolf, who is made of a bit of a blunder. You went for Civ 2. He's dead, I
Yeah,
think.
horrible move by Wolf there.
Yeah,
Not sure what he's thinking at all. He doesn't need the economy. They don't really. I guess
yeah.
he's just I'm protecting the silver, I guess. But they got a tower
No,
going
but
up there, and they got
he's
some
building a
units
city
there.
in the front, which I mean, it's a good choice if you go for Civic, but you shouldn't go for Civic in the first place. I think this is a very uncharacteristic mistake from PLA. Um,
Yeah,
and
not sure what
Soul
they're
grabs
thinking here.
Colossus. You know that's to be expected. I want to see what happens on this side with Simba. Wonder what he's gone for. Is a bit late actually. I don't really know what Simba's doing. Maybe also going for Com 2, but not using Silk. Um, greedy
Yeah,
Serengeti just sneaking Silk in the back. It's
that's
really cheeky
nice.
play from him.
And very heads up, and you can see he's aging now. He's got a great economy. Look at that 130, 140 wood, 130 food.
Yep.
Um, and gold's
This
a
looks
little low,
filthy.
but
Yeah.
yeah, but it's gonna be fine. When Despot comes, he's gonna get plenty of plunder. He's using horses now. Man, this is gonna be an exciting one here.
Yeah, I have no idea if PLA is going to be able to survive. Technically, right now they're ahead in score because I think Regazor still hasn't aged yet. But I don't know. I mean, I think they're in big trouble, really.
Yeah, I think so.
Getting up third university as well as barracks now for Wolf, which is good for him. Really would like to see a tower or something, but Wolf's age time is a bit late now. Only now can click up, although his age is really cheap using sugar, silver, and the Greek's power. It's a very cheap
Yep.
age, but I mean, I don't know. It might be too little, too late. Let's take a look on this side. We see Serengeti going for the stable. Would like to see a couple mines thrown down as well as a siege factory and just pumping out citizens. This looks really scary for PLA. I have no idea what's going to happen on this side.
And as we know too, another benefit of going mill 2 for Mongols before age is when you drop down those stables, you're going to get 2 of those ranged nomads, and those are awesome units. So there comes 2 right now for free. It's a pretty sweet bonus to have for being Mongols.
Yeah, I'm very impressed with Serengeti. You know, first of all, using using that silk, wow, I would not have thought to be that greedy, but I guess it worked for him. I will say
Yep.
though, Clanhater Appreciation Society has not done a super great job scouting their opponents, and neither have PLA. They just haven't scouted that much of the opposing map. They don't know about their opponent's rares too much. Um, yeah,
Yeah, this is true.
they're
But
scouting
I
a little
think
bit now.
Serengeti scouted what he wants to scout. He knows where Athens is. They see that this Shakli city in the front, Shalkis, whatever how you pronounce that. So I think they're just going to focus on pushing on Greece here.
Yeah.
I'm not too worried about raiding. This is just going to be a full frontal attack, it looks like.
Yeah, we do see a nice little raiding party from olddirtyh here, going around the back, going to snipe Bison probably, take out both those merchants, which is going to be a bit annoying for Serengeti as well as Simba. But I don't know. I mean, it's good. It's just not great because there's still going to be a lot of trouble on this side. The Greeks player doesn't have mill 2. Let's take a look. The Americans player does have build 2, and the economy is a little slow. When you go for Colossus early like that, sure, it's awesome, but it just takes a little while to really make a difference here. Do you see this nice forward tower from Regazor? And Regazor's put the capital forward. I think that should be alarm bells to PLA here that something's wrong, something's amiss. Their opponents have gone for the capital forward. Usually, you never ever want to do that, especially when you're the pocket player.
Yeah, but it's he's there. It's an all-in play here. You see siege factories coming from both players here.
Yeah, starting the siege. Excellent tower position as well as lookout. Going to be really annoying. Let's take a look at the army sizes. There's 3 light horses and 2 bowmen for Soul, as well as 2 bowmen for Wolf. They're getting up their production, starting to produce units. They realize something's wrong. They're definitely going to need to get the defense on. The Greeks player is going for attrition. Excellent move there.
Yep.
Take a look on this side.
It's not going to help against the despot. Like Soul scouting it. He's trying to see what's going on over there. But nice siege coming from. So the old catch is going to focus on raiding, it looks like.
Yeah, and let's take a look. There's a lot of units here. The raid's not going to go super well, I don't think. Old Cat, this raid was effective. They're going to be able to snipe die soon, which is good for them. And we do see despotism coming out of Serengeti. I want to see how PLA reacts. They see the despotism from the Mongol player. They see that this tower is up at silver, but you really want all your resources at the front. And the Greeks player still doesn't have build 2, just doesn't have enough metal quite yet. I'm very scared for PLA here on this side.
This is a bad spot for them to be in. Double despot.
Or actually, Regazor's Senator, which I think is a good choice because it doesn't look like they're going.
Fine.
I think it doesn't look like they're going for the all-in play. And in fact, Regazor doesn't actually have that many units. I would like to see a stable or another barracks actually just pump out more units because eventually the despot player Serengeti is going to get over the line. We do see this is a nice little counterplay here. They're going to have to Soul and Wolf are going to have to split their armies in order to deal with the 2 armies from both sides. It's not like they can engage into this tower from Regazor, and Serengeti's army is quite large. And as soon as they both leave, then Regazor can just easily take the city. Regazor just needs to go in now and check them out. Looks like the city is unguarded, so Regazor is going to be able to take it, and Serengeti can just back off easily now. And yikes, this is going to be really hard for PLA to hold.
This is a great attack here from the Clanhater team.
Really nice timing. They take the city of Knossos, and they might take the city of Chalcius. At this point, Regazor should probably back off. Too many spearmen against all these bowmen.
Just get back and heal up. He's got that tower there and keep defending.
But great push from Serengeti here. Can make 2 more caravans get that wealth income. This is really gross.
This is high level use of Mongols here. This is for new players. This is how you use Mongol Despot here. I mean,
here we see some micro here going to try and take out all these metal miners from Wolf. That's really going to hurt. They're all militia now. Unfortunately, it looks like Serengeti's made a bit of a mistake, going to leave all his catapults exposed, and they're all going to die to 4 light horses. That's a bit of a mistake and a blunder there.
A little bit, but he was able to take out the tower. So if he can get enough troops to come hold the city, it'll pay off. But that is unfortunate. You don't want to just leave your catapults like that to
and we do see here there's a lot of light horses, which are not bad against these the ranged cavalry from Serengeti. And Serengeti's army is actually getting gunned down. There's just no support from Regazor, who's kind of just left his ally out to dry. I don't really know what's happening here.
Yeah, I think he just kind of was too focused too much on this front city, and he needed to rotate much sooner.
Yeah,
But he's
much
coming
much
now.
sooner. He's coming now, but it's a
He's
little
coming
late. Look
now.
at
It
Serengeti's
might be
army.
too late. Yeah,
The city is
Serengeti is
getting
repairing
repaired,
that
which is
city.
good, but
Yeah, so that is good. Yeah, there's
yeah.
still a minute till it assimilates. That's plenty of time for them to take it back. But it looks like they are going to be forced back momentarily.
Yeah,
So that's
the
good.
reinforcements from Regazor gonna help out there. Looks
Yeah.
like Old Cat's gonna go for Hanging Gardens and is now aging. Let's take a look at Soul's economy. Soul's doing decently. Could get Science 2 and then go click up to Age pretty fast because of that silver. And
Yep.
we see Old Cat still raiding with these units. I wonder what Simba's doing, just kind of booming along, I guess. Would have liked to see
Yeah, it looks
Simba
like
actually
he's
go for
just
Hanging Gardens because your opponents are just raiding you slowly. It's clear that Old
Yep.
Cat's not really going to be aggressive anytime soon. Let's take a look. Economy-wise, actually, the Greek player can age quite soon. And they have a lot of army here. So I think now the PLA have the advantage on this side. I think Regazord just needed to put out more units and ultimately didn't. And I'm not really sure why.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been the attrition maybe scared him. Maybe it was just kind of being engaged too much with the front city instead of rotating down. He should have just rotated down pretty much immediately, and he should do that right now. I don't know why he's still up top. He needs to just rotate to Knossos. They have Knossos now. It's been assimilated. He can get down there, and I see Serengeti complaining about the lag some more. I guess I do know PLA plays a lot with the VPNs because they are in China. It looks like
It looks like Regazor
Rodriguez
took
is
the
going to get the
city.
sack.
Yeah,
Yeah,
took
he's
the
gonna get
city,
the sack.
and that's before Greeks were able to age. So the
Yeah.
city is reduced, even though it's a large city. Um,
Yeah.
but I don't know, Oldie. I think it was good for Regazor not to rotate in this case because now if Wolf and Soul try to double Knossos, Regazor can just take the city of Chelsea easily. We do see
That's
here
true.
the Greeks players upgrading the units, and Regazor's economy is a bit low. I don't really know what happened. Just you have 150, you have 7 farms at 17, 18 minutes into the game, and you're nowhere close to aging.
Yeah,
Really would like to
it's so
see
bizarre.
the economy up a little higher. And doesn't have a caravan. Maybe it got raided.
He's
but,
also
replace it.
Iroquois, and you want to pump out those woodcutters because you're eating food from them as well. So I'm not sure why
Yeah.
he hasn't maxed out his food production. Looks like he's rotating now. He's getting a little desperate here. I'm not sure why. He's just gonna burn.
Yeah, I mean,
Uh,
I think a rotation's all right here. We see like he's going for the back city because he clearly senses that there's another city, and
yeah,
that might drag
it
PLA out of
is.
position. But Serengeti just doesn't have the number of units to put up against the double here. Now we see
No.
Soul is gonna age, and this is gonna be really painful for Serengeti. At this point, Despot's not really that great, unfortunately. It just doesn't have the unit count anymore to make it.
But this
make
is
it
some
work.
great team play by Simba here. If you notice, he came all the way down and dropped a tower at Knossos, being the Korean player, and he's helping
Yeah.
repair the city.
Yeah,
So that's
definitely.
nice.
Nice
Getting,
work.
yeah, nice use of the Korean teammate there. So they may actually be able to hold this even against an Age 3 army. It's going to be tough, but Tempo's
Yeah, we
coming
do
up
see
now.
here. We do see here. Soul is going to rotate, and it looks like Serengeti's doing an all right job microing, just being really annoying on these retreating units. All these crossbowmen just caught there against cataphracts, which are still good against even Age 3
Yeah.
like cavalry. And it
It
looks
looks like Austin's going to go down. Austin's getting sacked right now. It's an American city by Iroquois.
yeah, it goes down. I'm at 1911 right now. 1911.
Okay, yep. Yep.
And Regazor needs to retreat right now. Just take the city, raise this mine, and run away. You got what you came for. You took a little
Yep.
sack. You forced a rotation.
Oh
And,
yeah, look at Old Cat in the back here, just destroying Regazor's wood. This is a big
yikes!
problem.
Yeah, I think Simba's playing a little too passive. Still hasn't aged yet. Has
Way
a
too
nice
passive,
army,
yeah.
but just way too passive. In
Yeah,
fact,
the one thing though, I mean,
Uh-huh.
I do put this still on Regazer. You got to have at least a tower there. You know the Mongols, and if you play against Old Cat, you've seen this guy play. He raids constantly, almost like
Yeah.
a standard player. So
Yeah.
just you have to get at least a tower back there. There's no reason not to have at least one tower at this point in the game.
And we do
But,
see here, Regazord just didn't retreat in time and loses most of the army to an army that you can just easily walk away from, but
Yeah.
I guess wasn't paying attention and wasn't doing enough. On this side, the Despot player, not not an ideal spot by any means, by any stretch of the word, because as the Despot player, you just want to be on the offensive and attack your opponent. But you're an age down. There's all these light cavalry here from Old Wolf, which is microing pretty well, and it looks like looks like Serengeti's going to die, and it looks like they threw away a good opportunity. Unfortunately, they had a good start, but
Yeah, great start. Great start. I thought this was going to be over pretty quick, but it looks
yeah,
like
but it looks like
PLA
PLA were
was
able
able
to hold
to
on. Yeah.
weather the storm and just hold on.
Yeah, I
Uh,
think one part I will say I think Wolf did a great job managing the resources, was still able to age despite losing the city and having not that many and not having too many units. But I blame this loss at Regazor mostly. There was a rotation that he missed. The economy was
yeah,
awful, and also Simba just playing way too passive against the Mongol opponent who is just sitting there booming and also raiding your allies. Really not what you want to do.
yeah. I mean, if you're the Korean player here, you see your guy who's across from you, which is Mongols. You know they're out raiding. You just need to make a commitment to stopping those raids. Just get a couple light horses out, get a scout out, go find out where he's going, and just go take out his raiders. Start using those Korean siege a little bit, put some pressure on him, but he's just too passive. So just tough break for Serengeti here. He was off to a very strong start, but kind of
Yeah, and
lost
I
all
was
that
really
momentum.
liking his play. It's some decent micro. The
Yeah,
army composition was really nice, but now it looks
yeah,
like too little, too late. Even we see here also Regazor still is nowhere close to aging. Um,
yeah.
and I
Looks
don't
like
I don't
Serengeti
understand.
will
You know?
age somewhat soon, but I
Yeah,
think those raids in the back, it was a big mistake not getting a tower at his wood camp.
yeah.
One tower there would have at least, forced him off, and you can see his economy just hasn't recovered at all.
No, it
He's just
hasn't.
he's got 1,000 metal and basically no wood, no food, no
Yeah,
gold. Yeah, he's pretty much out of this game right now, and his cap's in front, which is another problem. So
yeah. This looks like GG to me.
yeah, and he has not raised that Senate either. So that Senate's going to go to he's going to lose his cap here pretty soon.
Yeah, let's take a look at the units killed really quickly because I'm curious. Um, Yeah, it looks like Serengeti's just been taking most of the losses. Unfortunately, has had a large army multiple times. In fact, has the most units built, but just the army just keeps dying over and over because Regazor's kind of left them out to dry.
Yeah, unfortunately, yep. But I did like that move by Simba to come down and try and help, put a tower, and
Yeah, that's
try to
true. Yeah,
repair.
one
But
you do want to send like 3 or 4 at this point because that's the best way to
yeah,
make sure they don't
but
lose
now
that
you're
city.
seeing these big armies coming here from Seoul and from Wolf.
Yeah, this game's over.
Uh, yeah, that's it. Iroquois going down. There's no way they can defend this.
Yeah, Cap is going to be sacked momentarily.
Yeah.
It is sacked by Seoul. Um,
And
Serengeti's
Old
trying
Cat
his
just
best. Yeah.
Old Cat's just booming along. Looks like he's gonna try and come in, but Korea should be able to defend this. It's not that big of an army.
Yeah.
Let's see how
Oh,
he
gonna get
micros
lucky.
here.
Gonna get lucky sniping the sieges.
Yep.
Just kind of walks in. And I don't like Old Cat's unit composition. Just way too many pikemen and not enough other units. But
Yeah.
resigns. Serengeti says lag lords, and it looks like the city was also named Victory by Lag. So it looks like Serengeti was a little frustrated with all the lag that was happening, possibly. Obviously, on a replay, we don't see much of the lag, so it's hard to say
Yeah.
how much that affected. But
I mean, I do know that the PLA, unfortunately, like I said, they use VPN, so sometimes there is risk for lag.
yeah,
That is frustrating. But even with lag aside, I don't know how bad the lag was. So maybe that had a factor. I don't know. But from this, yeah, we could have seen more out of Riga and out of Simba. I mean, Serengeti did everything he possibly could have done in that situation. But unfortunately, PLA just pulled it together. So
yeah. GG. That is going to be 1-0 in favor of PLA. Connor says in the chat, push was too slow. Com 2 wasn't needed. I
no,
think.
I disagree. I think the Com 2 is the right play there.
Yeah, I think the Com 2 was needed, but
yeah.
the push was too slow. I do agree. I think if Serengeti had snuck around Silk and gotten Com 2 before Mill 2, I think this game would have been very different because Serengeti would have had a faster age time, more economy, a little bit larger army. But because that didn't happen, I think that slowed him down a little bit. So
No, I think he was still fine because you saw Wolf went Civ 2, so that bought him even more time
Yeah.
to get in there. I think it was more on Riges or maybe hindsight 2020, maybe go Despot instead of because he didn't use any of that Senator Comcap anyways.
Yeah,
so you might
that's
as well
true.
just use you're going to get your free healing just going back to your territory. So once Serengeti took that front city, he could have just stood over there and healed, and then they could start just keep pushing. But it just got It was actually Old Cat did a great job raiding as well, and
Yeah,
Simba didn't really
definitely. And Simba was playing too
Yes.
passive, unfortunately. Only
Yeah.
5 kills, just
Yeah.
really not ideal. And
Yeah.
remember, those 5 kills, 2 of those were the trebuchets that he got lucky and sniped.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
So,
right.
all right, that is going to be 1-0 in favor of PLA. Really interested to see if Clanhater Appreciation Society can pull it back together after that game number 1, where it seems like they had the edge early on, but ultimately just faltered.
Definitely did. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
I need to update the nation. So Mongols, Greek screen. So I'm gonna go back to this page. Oops, what was that? What did I do? Oh, okay, I'm hitting the wrong button. Apologies, folks. All right, so give me a minute or two to update this nation list really quickly. So they picked Mongols, Iroquois, Koreans. All right, and then I need to. All right, so that is going to be 1-0 in favor of PLA. Kung Fun here over Clanhater Appreciation Society. If you're just joining us now, this is ASE the Pair talking. We saw a pretty exciting game number 1 where it looked like Clanhater Appreciation Society had the edge early on, but ultimately they were they fell apart and were unable to hold up against PLA. Definitely interested to see what the next game will bring. We're seeing some discussion in the chat, which is good. You know, we always really like to see people talking about the game and giving their own opinion. Really nice to see people enjoying the stream so far. Oldie, are you ready for game number 2?
I'm ready.
All right, I'm gonna change replays really quickly.
I'm at 1 second whenever you're ready.
All right, hold on. I gotta load it up. CS versus PLA, game number 2. All right, pause it there and then switch scenes. All right, this is CAS versus PLA Kung Fun game number 2. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, I still don't know why my music isn't working. I'm just going to check that really quickly while the game starts up. Okay, I guess the Rise of Nations music is just...
all the way down?
Yeah, no, I turned it up. It's just not working for whatever reason.
Okay.
I'm not really sure. Okay, anyways, this is Great Sahara, which is a pretty fast and scary map. And I think Old Cat got a little lucky. Citizen spawn near the center. And it's going to be able to grab that center area. Pretty much uncontested. Let's take a look at the players and nations before I talk more about that. For PLA, they've got Germans, Chinese, and Indians. And for Clanhater Appreciation Society, they've got Nubians, Aztecs, and Germans. I think this is the first time we've seen Nubians in a while as a pick. How do you feel about that pick?
It could be great here. You know, it's just feast or famine with Nubians. If you get in the right spot, if your team spawns in the right area and you get a bunch of those rares early, it's just huge for Nubians here. So that could be a big boost. I do love the Aztecs here for the go out and raid. So that's fun. Let's see how Riga, if he can bounce back from last game.
Yeah,
you got the mirror Germans. That's good. But Indians being right in the middle, great spawn for them. It was a good luck there.
Yeah, I think I would give the edge to Clanhater Appreciation Society on rares or on nations, just straight up. But I will say, if Regisor plays as passive as he did last game, sure he pressured early on, but didn't really raid at all. Didn't take advantage of the Iroquois power. Didn't really pressure their opponents aside from just sieging. If we see Regisor play as passive as he did, I'm not sure he'll do so great with Aztecs. Really want to be making things happen on the map early on. So we'll see if he's going to play any differently this game.
Well, he is building in the middle, so he's going to be right next to Old Cat. Old Cat City's going to be up much sooner. You see Old Cat's at 80%. Riga's barely at 15, 16 right now.
Yeah,
So
and this sometimes happens. It's just luck of the draw. If
yeah,
you're close to the center, it's just like you're just a little lucky.
yeah.
We do
But
see
we'll
Old
see
Cats.
if he can get aggressive from there. He is close. So
Yeah, we do see here Old Cat's going for a pretty forward wood camp, which might not work out. If this city finishes sooner, the wood camp could be denied a bit, and that would hurt Old Cat. Just putting the wood over there on the left side would be a little bit better. So Regazor is in the center. That's the Aztecs player, and then we see the German player, red German player Simba on the left. The Chinese player, green Chinese player PLA Seoul on the top. We do see the other German player Wolf on the right side, who unfortunately for Wolf only has 3 wood. That's going to really be unfortunate. And on the bottom side, we see the Nubian player with the +5 wood, and as well as Cotton in the territory and Peacocks. Not bad rares, I would say.
yeah, not bad. But it looks like Soul's gonna come down and use this top wood camp. Well, I'm interested to see Riga City's about to finish here. What's going to happen to
Yeah,
Old
and
Cat's camp
look
here.
at this. Old Cat's wood camp has been completely denied. Only a +1. He has to raise it. That's actually a big deal.
Yep,
I think Regazor just lucked into denying that camp.
he did. It was just fortunate to be a little late there. Actually,
Yeah,
this is one time where being late actually helps.
yeah. Your opponent
So
just doesn't. Yeah, definitely.
yeah,
We'll say, though the Indian player is still a lot faster than the Aztec player, but it's not.
oh, of
It's not going to
course,
be.
yeah.
It's not going to be by much at this point.
No.
Simba's a +6,
And
which is nice,
and actually, the Chinese player is going to be much slower because he's got to go a long ways to get that wood. So he's going to be a bit behind to
yeah,
get his
definitely.
economy going.
Let's take a quick look at the ruins here, because early on ruins are incredibly important for how fast you are. Oops. Everybody's gotten 2 except Regazor, who's gotten 4, and Serenity, who's gotten 3. Now Wolf gets a 3rd one. So pretty even split so far. Regazor just really needs as many ruins as possible to try and make up for the bit of a slow start at the beginning. We do see here Old Cat has 5 farms, doesn't quite have the library yet or enough citizens, but we'll have them soon. Here on this side, Wolf is putting up the library. And Simba's actually a little slow. I don't really know why Simba's so slow. Wolf.
Yeah, I'm not
Oh,
sure.
actually, no, I do know why. Wolf doesn't need to make so many citizens because Skip only has a +3 wood, so
Yeah, that's right.
it's gonna save wood. It looks like for Civ 1, which I think.
And,
is a good
and it
choice.
looks like, unfortunately, the Nubian player just didn't get that great of rares. I mean, this Cotton here is nice. He's getting that, +30 wood, but that's about it. I mean, he's got Pappy at the top.
I mean,
He's
Peacocks
got,
is good. Like any wealth rare
yeah,
is good. You just buy some
15.
food or
But you would love to see, a food rare, at least one food rare.
Yeah,
Would be nice.
definitely.
But unfortunately, just again, like I said, it's feast or famine. Right now, it's looking like a bit famine here for the
Yeah,
Nubian
and we
player.
see here the Aztecs player has actually skipped the 5th farm. I don't really like it. I think you need the 5th farm. But here,
Yeah, maybe he just forgot about it. I don't
yeah,
know.
I don't know. I mean, I guess that happens sometimes. Old Cat's gonna raid the citizen that's building here, and actually,
Yeah.
if Regazor doesn't pay attention, he could lose the citizen. That'd be pretty sad.
Yeah.
The
I think the
citizen's
other
going
thing
down.
too is
It's
maybe
at 7 health.
maybe
He's running away now.
Maybe he's gonna lose it.
Oh, it's gonna survive. Okay, barely 3 health left.
Barely.
Wow.
Yeah. Barely. And he got it up. Sometimes what I've seen players do is they go 4 farms, build a library, then drop the 5th farm, just kind of as like a little food boost, and then go mill or civ. So maybe we're gonna see a mill 1 here. That could be
Possibly,
a possibility. So maybe he'll drop a farm and then get that extra food bonus.
Yeah, it looks like Old
Get-
Cat
get
is
the
saving
mill.
for either Civ or Mill, whereas on this side Regazor is also saving.
Yeah.
But I think that strategy's not very good if you don't put down the 5th farm. I don't know why you didn't put down
I
the 5th
think
farm.
that just that little raid, good job by Old Cat just being annoying.
Yeah,
I
and
think it
Old
just
Cat.
distracted him from that.
Yeah, and Old Cat's going for Mill, which I think is an excellent choice here because if your opponent goes Mill as the Aztec player, you're just dead. So good choice. In fact, is going to get the Mill first. See, look on this side, the Germans player has gone for Commerce first, and here on this side, Soul's also gone for Mill first. Looks like we're going to see a lot of aggression out of PLA here, and I think Simba's a little slow for some reason. I don't really know why.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Just a German player, you expect him to be much faster. So
Yeah, we do see Regazor also going for Mill first. Now has put down that 5th farm. Should have put it down a little bit earlier. Had a bunch of floating wood, but it looks like speed-wise they're going to be like kind of similar, I guess, because Regazor gets that free light infantry as Aztecs, and the Indians player has to build units immediately, like over the long, like over a little bit of time, and the Germans player has gone for Civic 1. It's fine, but I think it's not going to work out because your opponent, they've scouted that their opponents have gone mill. This is a gutsy city from Simba here, and this city's going to get denied easily. I don't know about that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just...
This is also a very gutsy tower from the Aztecs player. I don't know if it's going to go up. I mean, it's good, but I don't think it's going to go up in time. These hoplites are going to start harassing this. We'll see if the micro is there from the Adels.
Yeah, they can back off those hoplites.
Yeah, and I would like to see, you don't need to pull this many citizens, and all these citizens this citizen might die, actually, if Regazor is not careful. Yeah, the citizen might die. I don't know. Regazor needs to pull it back immediately, but I guess is busy microing. Oh, it's going to survive. This Adels might die, and these hoplites might die, and that would be a big deal, giving an early kill like that.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah, the citizen might die, actually. See if the micro Regazor is going to snipe this archer, which is nice. And here, finally, we do see Simba going for mill early, and is going to lose a lot of units to 2 hoplites. The Chinese player doesn't have commerce yet. I think Simba's still going to be ahead of the Chinese player, but you want to be way ahead of the Chinese player when you go for when you're Germans against Chinese on this map.
Yeah, I'm not sure why Simba was so slow there. He's got to scout better, maybe. Maybe that's why. He just didn't really pay attention to see what his opponent was doing.
Yeah, and I would like to see Regazor build a couple more raiding units. Go help out Simba over here on the top, because Simba's getting currently destroyed by Seoul, who went for Commerce 1, and the Indians player here went for Civic 1. Choosing the Civ in the back, I think that's an excellent choice, because you don't want to get it denied by an Aztec opponent who's a little bit ahead of you now at this point. So.
Yep. And we see Serengeti, but he's just back here booming along, so he's going to have to take control here again and just get that economy up, maybe go wonder, and just try and pressure from the back.
Yeah, let's take a look at what Wolf is doing. Wolf, he was a Germans player who's a little on the slow side at the beginning, because only +3 wood, but managed to recover with a +6 here. Let's take a look at the rares, because we haven't talked about the rares actually yet. So let's start in the territory that's available here. Actually, Seoul ultimately just straight up killed the city there. Yeah. Some poor micro from Seoul just running in, and I don't know why Simba's running away. They're heavy infantry against his archer.
Just kill all those heavy infantry.
Yeah, no idea there. Okay, what am I talking about? Rares. There's Pappy for Simba, for Clanhater Appreciation Society here. Not super useful, because it looks like this game's not going to go very long at all. They have obsidian, horses, copper, wool, as well as wine. Those are all pretty unprotected. There's amber in Seoul's territory, as well as silk, which is right next to Beijing. There's salt in the top, diamonds, citrus over there. And then in Old Cat's territory, there's tobacco. And there's furs right on the edge of Wolf's territory, as well as silver. That's an excellent rare. And then still in Wolf's territory, they've got sugar, which I don't think they've scouted. Otherwise, they'd probably be using. Yeah, they haven't scouted that one. There's bison in the corner and relics over here, as well as dye. For the Clanhater Appreciation Society team, they've got spice on the bottom of Regazor's territory, as well as the aforementioned rares earlier. And then there's 2 peacocks, actually, and a cotton. I think the edge is pretty clearly with PLA on the rares for this one.
Yeah, I agree. And the PLA is doing a great job of just constantly keeping pressure. You see this heavy infantry up here coming back again. Simba's got these archers, but he keeps being passive with the archers. He's got to get up there and pick off all these heavy infantry.
Yeah, and I'm really not impressed with Simba's play this game. Why is the Germans player so behind the Chinese player now? Well, not so behind, but like pretty behind. We do see here some micro mistakes from Serengeti, going to get these slingers killed by these heavy infantry. Big
Yeah,
blunder
that's a
there.
bummer.
I don't really know what he did with those. These Solduri might actually survive these archers, and these oh, that's painful. Oh, that's painful.
Yeah,
Oh my god, that's painful. That's
that's
a
bad.
really
Yeah,
painful loss there for Serengeti. Loses both units to 2 units to Wolves. Even just microed really poorly. No.
he must have just been distracted, didn't catch it till late, and now he's got
Yeah,
two
that
archers
or
rotating down.
that or lag, because we see Serengeti has renamed his
Oh
capital
yeah,
to Old
old
Lag
cat, old
Cat.
lag cat. That could be the lag again. Yeah, yeah. I mean that's very possible. So I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah,
So
and
now Serengeti's
I'm
he's gonna try and pick off these last two, but he's gonna miss them. They're gonna escape without any intention.
yeah.
So it's always nice when you can raid early and save all your troops and then bring them back to fight another day. I mean, it just helps you so much in the early game.
Yeah, and I'm sorry to pick on Simba, but just not. I don't know what you're doing. What you just put out. You have to get that economy nice and high. It's 11 minutes 30 seconds into the game. You're the Germans player. You shouldn't. You don't have any extra techs. No, you have only one rare. It's just really not. I really don't like the play here. Also, the Aztecs player. Uh, I mean, how many? Let's take a look at the kills actually. Okay, has 3 kills and 0 losses, which is good.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, it doesn't look like it's hurting their opponents too much. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, and he's going science here from Aztecs, whereas you see Old Cat skip science and he's just going to age, which he's going to be a little bit faster.
Yeah, we see here David in the chat, David Daly. I'm not sure what your player name is, but you're saying where replay doesn't show as uber lag and impossible micro. Yeah.
That's Serengeti. That's Serengeti.
Okay. Hi, Serengeti. Yeah, I understand. Sometimes it's really tough to micro and with extreme lag like this. It's really, really frustrating. I get it. And I'm sorry that you play with lag like this. Yeah, but I mean, all we can do is commentate on the game and just like continue going with it, I guess. So.
I mean, the lag isn't causing Simba to not do anything up top. And,
no, it's not. It's not.
So micro, I understand. So that's for sure going to be an issue. But it's just to get your economy up. The lag's not really going to affect that.
Yeah, it's pretty forward stable from Old Cat here. Looks like he's going to go for some elephant raids with the war elephant nice and early. I think that's a good choice. The Aztec player clearly hasn't aged yet. Neither has Simba. And again, I think they're just playing too passive. Do they have units on the other side of the map? Okay, I guess they do. There's a light infantry coming from Regazor. There's some scouts just wandering around. But I think they really need to raid their opponents more, especially from the Aztecs player. Just has a heavy infantry and a light infantry just sitting in the capital and just not doing anything. When you make units, you got to use them.
Here comes an elephant raid from Old Cat. This is always a smart move. These elephants are a pain in the butt.
Yeah. Not even finished aging yet for...
Yep.
Yeah.
He's got some hot, heavy infantry there, but nice by Old Cat to rotate some archers down to support his elephant.
Yeah, these hoplites are going to die pretty easily. Goes and garrisons them. I mean, look at how much health this elephant has. Takes 1 damage per hit. Like, it's going to take ages to get rid of. Here we see the Germans player also aging. Has a bunch of archers. Should rotate them down immediately because, has seen that raid. The territory, though, is going to be pushed that way because they're using gems now, and Old Cat's getting science wisely in order to get a temple up nice and early, so won't lose those buildings to...
And now we're seeing a despot coming from Chinese player Seoul, so that's going to be an interesting play here.
Yeah, I think Seoul has correctly recognized that he's way ahead of the Germans player and can just easily kill him. Especially considering the raid of the Indian player here with these war elephants just being really annoying. With the right micro, obviously, you won't take too much damage because you can just save these archers die in 3 hits, but the 3rd hit is very easy to just run away from.
The elephants are very slow, so you can run around them.
Unfortunately, it looks like he's still going to lose a unit here because he microed poorly. Yeah, and now we see more raids coming out from the Indian player. The first elephant's even kept alive, and now Senator for the Indian player. I think that's a good choice.
Yeah, it is. I mean, the thing to think about is if you see an Indian player aging, you need to try and age as quick as possible because this is exactly what's going to happen. You're going to get some elephants right in your face, and if you don't have a senator there to threaten a bribe, your units are pretty much helpless against them. I mean, you can get your militia out. 3 militia can do a lot of damage to an elephant, but then you're going to lose 3 production units there. So it's like, you know,
Yeah.
the senator is the best defense against an elephant.
Yeah, let's take a look at the bottom side here. We do see Serengeti is doing all right against Wolf. It looks like they haven't done too much. Neither player has done too much. But Serengeti does have the higher knowledge and wealth income, whereas Wolf has the higher other incomes. It looks like bit of trading here between the players. This looks like a standard game almost.
Yep. They're very similar.
There are a bunch more units for Wolf, but Serengeti can surely get up more units in time. Let's take a look on this side. The bribe's going down, and it looks like it's actually going to be effective. Old Cat making a mistake, going to lose this elephant, and that's a really painful bribe, even though, I mean, Old Cat did get some nice raids early on, really slowed down the German player here.
Yeah, and as I just said, that Senator is the best defense against the elephant. You can just keep bribing away. And, you know, it's going to make them think twice before they want to come charging in.
Yeah. Oh, man, come on. We do see here the Despot player, the Chinese Despot player has plus 70 wealth income. That's the diamonds is helping a ton. Has a unit there to protect it. Really nice choice there. And it's starting to build up the army. 2 sieges, going to siege at Dusseldorf. And I'm not sure if the German player has enough to defend it. It has a bunch of archers, but those archers are not very good against heavy cavalry or light cavalry there. Needs to upgrade them as soon as possible, and also just get more economy. It's just a bit slow. Needs to put down another woodcutter camp. When you're at this stage, you really just want to get the economy nice and high really soon, because you know you're behind. You can hold off the offense easily if you get up the right defenses.
We're seeing some aggression down here from Wolf. He just denied Serengeti's forward city from a Civ 2, and he's got some siege working here.
Oh yeah, definitely nice work, nice play on Wolf's part, just being active with the army, even though he's still like technically booming.
Yeah.
It does have a lot of food floating. I'm not really sure why that is. You maybe make some more citizens and get more metal income. You know, no need to have 900 food at this point.
He's only got 1 mine going right now. He needs to build a second mine.
Yeah.
And he's got 2 mines available also, so yeah, he could definitely be maxing out.
Or even a smelter. My favorite building.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't have enough science for that, but no, he's German. So you're right.
He's German, yeah.
Smelter. Yeah.
There's a lot of units from Seoul here. There's not that many units from Simba here. Simba doesn't even have upgraded archers yet, which is going to be hard, and still floating tons of food. I mean, Simba might be able to get a lot of shots off, but needs to run this. They're not going to be able to hold the city of Dusseldorf here.
Yeah, and here comes old Cat rotating to help to hold Dusseldorf, it looks like. So
yeah, with upgraded units, Simba just needs to run immediately, forced march away, just save these archers so you can upgrade them, and kite away from all these militia. Losing a lot of archers.
Get a second city now. Anytime you guys lose a city, just immediately get that free city. Just put it down as quick as you can anywhere, because it's just you're going to get a free city. Because if you get this back, then you'll have 3 cities, and if you don't get it back, at least you're still getting 2 city production. So that's a little slow from there.
Yeah, Simba pulls all the militia. I don't know about this. Doesn't have upgraded archers. I think you don't need to. It doesn't have no army. I think you could just wait a little bit. Try to recover your economy a bit while the Aztec player builds some more units.
And at the bottom again, it looks like Wolf's got a nice army together. Although Serengeti does have attrition now. So
yeah, good choice from Serengeti. Gonna push Wolf back. And Wolf's gonna age soon. About to click up using. He's the only one using silver. Actually, his allies are not using silver at all. Who do you think is ahead? I think PLA is ahead, but not. I don't think they're ahead by that much.
Not much. I mean, Simba's obviously way out of the game, but Serengeti's gonna have to carry here. He's gonna age here soon. And if Regazor can get aggressive again, start putting pressure again on Old Cat, because Simba's pretty much out of the game right now. He's just playing full defense.
Yeah, we do see here Old Cat starting to pressure with catapults, and there's no defense on Berlin except for a couple units here and there. I think Simba needs to put down a second city really soon, and also put up a couple towers, or else just not gonna, or even research Mill 2 at this point. Needs to make something happen.
Yeah.
Regazor
Yeah.
does a
This
good
is
job sniping both the sieges. Or no, it kills. Actually, it doesn't kill either of them. olddirtyh doing a nice work pulling them back. And
I
now it
see
looks like Wolf is
Serengeti's
going to wait for
aging.
the age, and Serengeti's also aging, both aging
Yeah.
up. This city is a bit unprotected right now. The army from Serengeti is much smaller,
Yeah.
but PLA is way ahead at this point. If you look at, let's take a look at the wealth incomes really quickly. It's 80 for the 82 for the Chinese player, 71 for the Indians player, and then 30 for the Germans player, 33 for the Aztecs player. For Serengeti, it's pretty high because he's using a bunch of those rares. Using two
Yep.
peacocks, actually, 92 wealth, and the Germans player has a lot of wealth, 128.
Yeah. But he's not Comp 2, where the Nubians automatically get that buy and sell, so they don't need to be Comp 2. So that's an advantage, actually. For the
That's
Nubians.
true, yeah. This is a big army, though, from Wolf, and now has a supply wagon. All the units are being upgraded. I don't know if Serengeti is going to be able to hold this city. Maybe if he snipes the supply wagon. It seems like he's target firing with the city. Oh no, this is a terrible, terrible fight. And he really needs to just target fire the supply wagon. Kills it.
I think he's gonna get it.
Yeah, this is a mistake from Wolf, just leaving the supply wagon too exposed. Bit of poor micro there, and now the attrition is going to be annoying. I think Wolf probably still could have taken this city, but it would have cost him some unit losses that he otherwise could have avoided.
Yep.
Gonna take it nice and slow. Let's see if Serengeti is able to get up this city, choosing to put down a temple immediately. And these units are being slowly upgraded. It needs to upgrade knights and light horses as soon as possible. There's a second supply wagon for Wolf.
Yeah, the supply wagon's gonna help. He's gonna come in hard again. Looks like Serengeti's trying to get a second keep up. I would have skipped the second keep and just went for like maybe a farm, library, something really quick just to make
a
it
mine.
city.
Yeah.
Yeah, something. Yeah.
And it looks like Wolf is going to take the city easily. There's not enough units here from Serengeti. They're all getting upgraded. Serengeti should have probably backed up way earlier, but now it's going to lose a bunch of units for very little reason, basically.
And it looks like Berlin's gonna fall here up top. It's not gonna last much longer.
Let's see. The Aztecs player is trying. I think Aztec player went to go take Vienna, but now the Aztec player's capital is going down. Tenochtitlan is completely unprotected. This is a bit of an oversight from Regazor. There's a pretty large army from olddirtyh here. Berlin's going to go down. It looks like Clanhater is going to lose this one.
Yeah, this is not looking good. Yeah, just bad spots here.
Simba says GG here, guys. Yeah, I mean, he was dead a little while ago.
Yeah.
Old Cat's going to take the city easily. And yeah, this game looks over.
Yeah, just bad break here.
Yeah.
Bad break for... Yeah, there's no coming back from this one.
Yeah. GG, well played from PLA's part. I really like the how olddirtyh played this game. I think, especially, I think he really did a great job keeping choosing to raid the German player a lot with the elephants early on, because the German player was a little bit behind the Chinese player, but not by much, and ultimately just gave Seoul an opportunity to kill the German player outright.
Yep.
And I'll give the most slops to Simba. I don't know what you were doing the whole game, bro. Like.
Yeah, I think he's just he's a little too inexperienced. I think.
Yeah.
Couldn't get it done. So. And yeah, that's it.
It's gonna be the game. It's gonna be the game and match. GG, well played from PLA. And that means they're going to be the first team to advance to top 8. Of course, that doesn't mean Clanhater is out of it yet. If they win their next one, or they get lucky with tiebreakers, then they can they can advance. Who has Clanhater Appreciation Society not played against right now?
Can you pull up their group?
I would, but we're gonna finish showing the rest of this game until they call GG, I think.
Oh, okay. I already fast forwarded to the end.
Okay, sure.
I'll pull it up and look at it.
Okay, yeah. I'll show everybody in a little moment. Connor says IND.
Is that right? Yeah, maybe that sounds right.
IND is what, 1-1 right now?
0-2, I think. Or one? Are they? Did they lose a Squatter Water? I can't remember.
I think they won against Squatter Water.
They won again. Okay, so yeah, I think they're 1-1 then.
All right, I'm gonna fast forward to the end of it. Ultimately, it was just like I think it was just a bit of a blunder from Simba and nice play from Old Cat and Soul there, I think.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it was more just Simba doing absolutely nothing than because they just gave Soul a chance to do whatever he wanted, pretty much. So, you know, whatever, it happens.
Connor says IND is 1-1.
Yeah,
so
they are.
if
looking
IND
around.
wins,
Yeah.
it wins their next match against. Oh man, I'm so blanking. Okay, I'm gonna pull up the my web browser so I can actually look at it. It's this one. All right, so let's take a look. So this is Division 1.
Yeah, so IND, they lost to PLA.
Yep. So they play against Clanhater Appreciation Society in round 4. And then they play against IND plays against SDO round 5. So if let's suppose, for example, that IND has to win both of their games to get into top 8, whereas I think for Squatter Water they just have to win against IND, I think, because let's take a look. Yeah.
Well, Squatter Water's 0-2.
No, sorry. I mean, Clanhater Appreciation Society. They have to win against. They have to win
because
against
that puts them at 2-1 right now, and PLA's 3-0.
Yep.
So then, IND is 1-1, Squatter Water's 0-2, SCO's 0-2. So yeah.
Yeah, you can see it in this column. It's wins, draws, losses. It's hard to say exactly what will happen. I believe. Let's see. What's PLA's next match? PLA is up against. It's not letting me pick. Okay. Hold on 1 second, folks. We're just gonna load it up. Looks like PLA is their next match is day 5, and they're gonna play against Squatter Water.
Yeah. So Squatter Water beats them. I think PLA's in regardless.
Yeah, PLA is in top 8 regardless. It's just we're trying to figure out what the other teams need to do to get to top 8. SDO needs to win SDO and Squatter Water both need to win twice in order to have a chance of getting into top 8. And if we get into the situation where there are multiple teams 2-2, and it's kind of like usually what we do for the tiebreakers is, I talked to Connor about this, it's like whichever team won when they played 1v1. So for example, say Clanhater Appreciation Society and IND both end up 2-2, but IND won against Clanhater, then IND gets the edge in terms of top 8.
Right.
But if it's a circle, like say Squatter Water gets to 2-2 and Clanhater and IND, and Clanhater beat IND beat Squatter Water, but Squatter Water beat Clanhater, then we'll have to figure that out. That would be a special scenario where
SDO. I mean, SDO could technically win their next.
Yeah, that's true. SDO can technically win their next 2. They're up against, although they are up against PLA, or no, they're not up against PLA. Who are they up against? They're up against Squatter Water and IND. So technically, they could win the next 2, and then they would be in top 8 contention, same as the other teams. Really interested to see what will happen in this division. I'm not really sure. Who would you place your bets on? Obviously, PLA is already in top 8, but who would you place your bet on the other team?
I think it's going to be between Clanhater and IND. If IND can get their, iron out their differences, there's a lot of infighting there right now.
Yeah.
If they can just figure out, get on the same page, stop crying, stop complaining, stop dropping on purpose, stop pausing and doing all that little cheap stuff, I think they could be a pain in the butt. But overall, I mean, look, Clanhater Appreciation Society, Serengeti is definitely they're by far their best player. He's just going to have to rally them. They're going to have to practice more together. Regazer's clearly an aggressive player. He's got to just stay aggressive and not get passive. And just keep being aggressive. And I don't know what happened to Raja. It seems like he just disappeared.
Yeah, so, I think I saw something in the chat like Raja was...
he was scheduled to play, I think, and then disappeared last minute. So that's a typical just nonsense move from some of these guys. It's just... so we'll see. I mean...
Yeah,
I'd probably give the slight edge to Clanhater. I think Serengeti's strong enough to kind of will his team, get them into that next round. But it really depends on IND. And Squatter Water's not a bad team. I mean, they could come back from this 0-2.
Yeah, that's
That
true.
would be
That's
interesting.
true.
But I mean, we just got to see. I mean, if Clanhater can win, they get to that 3 wins, they're in. So that's
Yeah,
it.
that's
You know,
true.
so
They just have to win
so
against IND in order to win,
yeah.
and then
So that's really kind of like a playoff game here. Like if IND is going to be doing a big favor for the rest of the division if they can get a win there to keep everyone alive. Otherwise, I think Clanhater is going to walk in no problem with 3-1.
yeah,
So
definitely. This we're nearing the midpoint pretty much of the group stage, and some teams are already getting into top eight. So really interested to see what will happen. We'll start to see some teams that be eliminated from top eight contention. We'll start to see some teams getting really close. So we'll see a lot of playoffs, which I will. I'm gonna try and tell you guys ahead of time if the game is like a win and in or an elimination match or anything like that. So yeah. All right. Well, that does it for today's stream, I think. Unless there's anything else you want to add.
no, I think we're good for today.
Yeah. All right. So thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope you really enjoyed the stream. We'll be back tomorrow with, I believe, one of the last week 2 matches. That will be, I think, Strat versus Slat 2, because they just play their games today. So we'll be looking at that game tomorrow probably. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and this is AFC the Pair signing off. And thank you, olddirtyh, as usual, for joining me.
Yeah, of course.